Welcome back to Always Dolls. The global phenomenon, K-pop demon hunters, has entered our house, and our dollhouse too. So if you're like us, join me today as we make our dolls a fun food craft. See how to make Huntrix brand ramen noodles. It's the perfect quick meal for your superstar dolls. This craft uses materials that can be easily found in your home and can be adapted so it doesn't have to be a K-pop craft. But our cosplaying superstar dolls are ready to save the Hon Moon. So let's get making! To start, we used mini shot cups bought at our local grocery store. To colour the plastic, we used spray paint. Blue for Rumi, red for Mira's cup, and dark green for Zoe. When painting your shot cup, apply the colour to the inside. That way it won't scratch or chip off later when we apply the label. Next, tear off a sheet of kitchen foil and scrunch it up into a cylinder. Add more layers if needed so it's about the same thickness as your cup. Secure the foil inside your cup with some hot glue. To make the noodles, cut cream-coloured paper into thin strips. We didn't cut completely through the paper, so we had batches of 5 to 6 strips. This makes it easier to work with the paper. Grip the strip at the connected end between your index and middle finger. Pull it tautly and loop it around your ring finger. Pull the strips back up and loop it over the top again. Release your middle finger and feed the paper through the gap. Fold the tail pieces back to lock the double loops in place, so you can slip it off your fingers. Pinch the loops together, then wrap the remaining tail pieces around the clump, tucking the ends inside. We now have a noodle cluster to put in our cup. Before we do that, cover the foil with a circle of cream paper. Generously add liquid glue on top. Then adhere the noodle cluster to one side of the shot cup, pushing it up against the rim. Make a second noodle cluster to fill the other half of the cup. Push the paper down into the cup to compress the strips. Then coat the paper generously with more liquid glue. Using a dotting tool or toothpick, tweak the placement of the strips for a random noodle arrangement. We can add chives or spices by cutting up coloured cardstock into tiny pieces. While the glue is still wet, sprinkle the paper over the noodles. Another option for more dimension is to use small clippings of a faux plastic houseplant. On Etsy, we found an amazing seller who made very detailed labels for the Huntrix ramen. I'll leave a link to the shop in the description box. However, they are scaled for human-sized noodle cups. But if you want to use them, it's easy. Just rescale it to the size of your mini shot cup. When you are happy with the smaller size, print the label and lid and cut them out. We opted to glue our labels using matte Mod Podge. Since Mod Podge is a popular decoupage medium, we hope it'll help our labels stick better to the plastic shot cup. Repeat this step for the labels of all 3 singers. Here we prepared the noodle cup as before, we just didn't add any noodles, so we could hot glue the lid directly onto the aluminium foil. It is super quick and easy to make these unopened versions. But we can step it up and make a frozen moment type version of our ramen. Prepare the cup and noodle clusters as before. However, this time, do not glue the tail strips down, but rather gather them together at the center of the cup. Take a large paper clip and unfold it. Insert one end into the center of the cup, pushing it all the way through the aluminium foil inside. Coat the tail strips of paper with liquid glue and twist them around the exposed stem of the paper clip. Bend the remaining wire and clip it to give you about 2 centimeters of overhang. Put hot glue on the wire so we can attach a real chopstick. Of course, we cut it down to be American girl sized. For us, that was 9 centimeters long. Coat more strips of paper in liquid glue and wrap them around the chopstick to cover the wire and strengthen the joint. Position the second chopstick on an angle, and when you're happy with it, hot glue it to the first. Like before, cover the adhesive with more strips of cream paper. Affix another label to the cup, and your mini American Girl frozen moment ramen is complete. I really enjoyed making this craft. It was simple and fun, and of course, K-pop Demon Hunter themed. And if you enjoy these kinds of DIYs, we'd love it if you hit the like button on this video and subscribe to our channel to help us get to 5K. See you soon for more miniature crafting fun!